Hey everybody, Stephen Sitkowski here. I'm the founder of the Sitkowski Trading Academy and Chief Investment Officer for Market Mastery Group, as well as the co-founder of that organization, both really designed to help you become a better trader. So from time to time, I like to teach you how to use charting tools. And in this case, we're going to use something that you probably have never heard of. And I'm going to share this with you. So let me bring up the software and let's look at a chart. So this is a chart on Apple. And all we have on here right now is something known as a moving average. That's 30-day moving average. And I'm going to go into indicators. And I want to show you what a Keltner channel looks like, okay? And we'll just sort of click through, but basically Keltner channels show us typically overbought and oversold positions. And the whole idea is that given enough time, stock prices generally return to their mean. So why don't we look at the market generally? Okay. So a couple of things I want to point out to you. So you'll notice whenever the channel gets narrow, normally that is a precursor to a big move, either to the downside or the upside. So the upper and lower bands here that you see, okay, there's the upper band, there's the lower band. In the middle, there's a little dashed line. That is a 20-day simple moving average. So the notion is, if it goes outside the band, we're going to expect it to come back inside the band. So notice it went outside the band here, and then it went back inside. It dropped. Barely went outside. Then you had a big drop. Now, it stayed outside for a long time. It tried to get in, but this was all driven by the coronavirus. Once it went back inside the band, what did the stock do? It went up. And now where is it? It's outside the band. So what I would expect that we would get a little bit of a pullback in the market over the next day or two. And let's just go through and see how often this works. Nothing works every time, but notice, went outside the band, came back in. Went outside the band, came back in. Went outside, came back in. Look at that. Went outside the band, came back in. Isn't that crazy? Well, just click through. I want you to see, this is a really powerful tool. Outside the band up here, came back in and went down. Is that wild? That was the only time that one was outside. On Visa, outside, came back, outside, came back, outside, came back, outside, came back. You see what it's doing? Here is Humana. So the whole idea is, if we get outside the band up here, we're going to expect it to drop. When we get outside the band on the low end, we're going to expect the stock to go higher. And look at how it does that over and over and over again. Outside the band, what did it do? Came back in. Outside the band, came back in. Outside, dropped. Outside, dropped. Outside, dropped. Uncanny. Get yourself familiar with this Keltner channel. By the way, if you don't have a Keltner channel available and you want to use the software that I'm using, no problem. You can do a 30-day free trial. You just go to Sitkowski Trading Academy, and when it says products, click on it and look at the tools. And yeah, give yourself a shot. I think it is a wonderful, wonderful indicator that's become a big part of my own personal trading. Well, I hope wherever you are safe, doing well. Stock market is raging. It is higher than it ought to be, in my opinion. But as long as people keep buying, is going to keep going higher. So we're opening up the economy. People are going back to work little by little. We did have 8 million new folks unemployed. The unemployment rate in the country now is about 20%. But in any event, don't confuse the stock market with the economy. They don't always go together. But I wanted to show you a really powerful technical indicator, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Okay, so check us out, Sitkowski Trading Academy. And until next time, God bless and stay safe. Bye for now.